more market summary. We're going to take a look at our market summary today so we can have a rough idea of where we're heading in our cryptocurrency market. We don't look at long-term projections, we just play levels. This is more of a trader's update rather than a holder. Okay. Bitcoin dominance, what does it mean? Currently we are in a bearish area. These red blocks represent bearish resistance, okay? We want this to hold because if Bitcoin dominance gets too high, if you're an alt holder or an alt trader, things can get a little bit ropey, especially if Bitcoin dominance pushes higher, but Bitcoin price pulls back. That is worst case scenario for alts to get hit the hardest, okay? So even with high Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price pushes up, alts will stall out a little bit. They won't gain quite the same. So we want to see this holding the bearish area. We want it to push lower. And key support is the golden Fibonacci ratio. We got around here, the 0.5 to the 618 retracement. If we pull back and bounce higher from here and break above this box, it's pretty bullish continuation, okay? If it continues and invalidates from higher than here, it's even more bullish, okay? So it makes sense, right? The higher we are and the quicker we invalidate, the more bullish we are on dominance. It's okay if dominance goes higher, providing it is going with Bitcoin and it's not going to your stables, okay? But we'll get to that in a minute. Right now, we're looking at these areas here to hold, so it pushes lower, so our alts run a bit. So that means our bags will run, our longs will run. Until then, it's a little bit shaky. Okay, so if we switch to ETH dominance, a little bit of a simpler concept here. If we break this green box, we have more support lower and lower. We're kind of hovering around the 236 retracement, but all in all, ETH looks alright here dominance wise. We always check ETH BTC as well, which is an equivalent of ETH dominance, okay? It's holding as well, which means both ETH and Bitcoin are kind of bullish dominance wise, which is what you want to see for a healthy market, okay? So this suggests alts can still move a little. They're not doomed. It's not necessarily going to be just BTC moving here, so we just keep a close eye on it. Ethereum, that controls most of our alts, of course, second to Bitcoin itself. This is our bullish area here and our bullish harmonic, okay? We've broken above here, but we've only really swept the ratio, but this is a good sign of strength. We want it to continue, but it is into a bit of a rotten box here. Once we break above here, we get more relief, okay? Now in that time, we're going to have new formations to watch for locally, but this is a high time frame box, so we might have a bit of a rough road ahead, but it's looking all right from this angle, guys. It's not too bad at all. Bitcoin itself, different story. This was resistance here, but we've broken above it and we've retested clean on our box here. Okay, now this was posted in the Discord beforehand, warning this could be resistance. And was said last night, you know, we're looking for a touch on this box and we got it straight into the next resistance. Okay, and we have this bearish area here, bearish high time frame here, and this fresh bearish here. So this is a stinker to break through, and it doesn't stop there, guys. Even if we break above, as you can see, this is one massive shit zone to break through, okay? Really, we're not free and clear until above like 139k. A reversal anytime from here and there. It's kind of expected. The bigger the box, the higher the time frame as well, you know. Local time frames holding us back, so you know these could be rotten. You would need a severe push to break through this, okay? And we can still get it, but you know, as we said, we play level to level. Hopefully we keep invalidating like this and our red boxes turn green. We flip it to support and push higher. That's what we're looking for, that's what we're hoping for. But as I said before, we play this shit level to level. We're looking at our total one chart, which is the BTC equivalent, okay? Now we're in this giant bearish here for high time frame. This is a retest and it has pushed higher. So this Fibonacci retracement is now incorrect. We move it a little bit, okay? Now we had local resistance here from this formation. It's bust, and that is why it is now support, okay? And it's holding. Zoom in for you. It's holding, right? Hopefully it continues to hold. Otherwise, yeah, sucks a little bit. So Bitcoin kind of matches up with Total One, given that they're both practically the same chart and they're both saying in a bearish zone. So messing around, sure, but they're both holding support. So we're not overly bearish. If we fail our green boxes, then yeah, we might be a little bit more concerned. But for now, yeah, it's not so bad. Bearish area or resistance area, no problem, as we're holding support, okay? So no panicking yet. Now, Total 2 is a little bit different here. You can see here, this is the one Fibonacci, aka completion, okay? So you can see there's a lot of chop in this area, which is kind of standard for a completion pattern, okay? There's a pattern in here. So this usually happens because we're collecting liquidity, okay, or creating it. So we're either going to find this area as a nasty resistance block in the future, or support, depending which way the market goes. So if we break below it and we push up, it's likely going to push us lower. But we're hoping to see a break above, a retest, and a push even higher. Okay, that's what we're hoping for. We're not too surprised it's messing around this area, chopping around a little bit. But if we push higher or lower, you know, we're going to expect a sweep either way. So we need to be a little bit vigilant, a little bit careful on that front for Ethereum. Total 3 pretty much represents all of our altcoins and everything else, your memes and everything, okay? Now it says to form anything significant needs higher. Not much higher though, okay? Again, we have harmonic completion here at this one Fibonacci, and we can see it messing around this area, and it is strong resistance, but we're hoping we push higher. These red boxes we want to break above. We want to flip them green, and then we want to push higher. But we just play level to level, guys. For now, there's no reason for it to reverse new formation-wise, plain and simple. That doesn't mean we can't reverse and form something completely new, okay? You know, we could end up taking from these points down here and pulling out a brand new shape without hitting into this resistance up here, okay? This is possible. It'll be a nasty pullback to see this, but again, it is possible, okay? If we pushed on a little bit higher, like into this area here and reversed again, this would be good price action, but not the best for the sake of our longs or our spot bags. You know, this is when we'd be looking to get shorts in, so we need to keep close eye on these levels. We're talking market cap here about 1.2 trillion. So about 1.23. This area breaks. We're looking at the next one, plain and simple, folks. Now, if you don't know about stable dominance, which you really should do if you're a trader or an analyst, this runs in the opposite of the market, okay? Direct correlation. If we're bullish on stables, that means we're bearish on the market, okay? Why would it be bullish for stable coins? Because people are selling. That's the simplest way to look at it, okay? Now, we're in bearish here. That's good. Bullish for the market. But we are sitting on that ratio support, that golden ratio, 0.5 to 618. We want to see it break, okay? We really want to see it break, and we do not want to see our green boxes hold. We want to see a clean melt through, and that's going to be great for the market. Everything's going to run. But until that happens, yeah, we have some support areas, some areas of caution. Now, we don't just look at USDC dominance, okay? We look at USDT as well and separately. Sometimes they run in sync, sometimes not. But one can give you an idea that the other will not. Now, this is bearish as well, of course, and we've pulled back and we are now below our ratio box. This is good news. But the problem is we're on giant high time frame support, again represented by our green box. And at the very bottom of our green box, support box, is the 1 Fibonacci. Okay, another area for it to be support. So we really need to see 3.95% breaking. That will be when we see a real relief rally. Any reversal around now makes sense on higher time frame, but locally does suggest we could push lower. We're a little bit early, but we're just going to have to sit back and see how we go. All in all, the market looks a little bit undecided whether it wants to hold bullish or turn bearish short term. Okay, so quick recap going back to Bitcoin. Yes, it's in a bearish area. It's going to be a bit of a sucker to break through. But seeing this flip to a green box as support is a good sign for bullish continuation. So we just need a few more candles. This is on the daily, so a few days to a week. Maybe we have some more insight. We certainly have no reversal patterns looking here yet, as we are too early. Ethereum looks more healthy. We are approaching this high time frame resistance that we already hit in the past, represented here. But again, we are in a local bullish and we are breaking above key areas here that we would expect to be resistance if we were overly bearish. Okay, so fingers crossed for us right now. That's the Q4 update. Not too insightful. It's basically if we go up it makes sense. If we go down it can make sense as well. So yeah, not much of a summary there in general, but that's what we're looking at for the moment, guys. Thanks for watching.